Tuna wageni watatu, Mheshimiwa Sebastian Kapufi mbunge, ambao ni wadau wa maendeleo kutoka Marekani. Wadau wa maendeleo kutoka Marekani, karibuni sana.
Shalom, Salama, Siyemi, Shalom. Greetings to all my Israelite brothers and sisters from around the world, whether you're the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the house of Israel, or you are a Gentile grafted into the house under the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach. I welcome you this morning. Everything changes, folks. Everything changes. I'm going to come here. And before we get this thing started, I've been reading some emails, family. It's been interesting. Uh, sometimes when you just read emails, it's like, what? So, but yeah, believe it or not, family, I do read your emails. Thank you, J0 on the chat for the email. Oh, that's a good one. And I may this is what I'll do. I'll put this link in the chat and we'll discuss this a little later. But there's a reason I can't talk about the whole thing, because this video will get shut down. It will get removed. I also have on out there, I said that we were going to be, this is a discussion week. Because to me, this week, a lot of things are going on, family. I've been telling you, I said, this is going to be the most interesting. Let me check my calendar. Let's see how much longer we don't got. Today's Wednesday, the 22nd. Let me put this thing a month view. Next week is the 29th. That's 1. 3rd is 2. 10th is 3. 17th is 4th. 24th is 5th. 31st is 6th. We have a little over 6 weeks until we hit January 1st. 6 weeks. Seis semanas. Oh my goodness. I said, family, they're going to give us these 6 weeks. Or they're going to try their best to give us these 6 weeks. I mean, us. The West. Wrong, Garth. It's Hola los Israelites. Oh, so I was watching our favorite our favorite Saskatchewan showstopper north of the border. And honestly, I'm still trying to watch the rest, but to be honest, he had said something about Iranian supersonic or hypersonics. Family, I wasn't really able to find anything on the mainstream. So rest assured, family, I found something on TikTok. Yes, I did. And so when I Googled just a simple Google search, or excuse me, TikTok search, Iran hypersonic, there it was. After that, I proceeded to go to my bathroom mirror. I turned off my light and I said, Yakoba, Yakoba, Dante, Dante, Dante. It's it's 4:52 or 5:52. Dante will be turned on his light. Who just said my name? Oh man. I said, this is where let me get myself. And so we got to start this scripture off first. Family, I'm going into the Apocrypha. Apocrypha simply means hidden. Hidden. Last night, the Most High had me reading Habakkuk chapter 2. Oh boy. Let's get into this. This is a long scripture, family. Second Esdras 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. Did it say the words of that time? Did it say the words of time of Yahusha? Did it say the words of Israel and their land? No. the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahuwah, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Wait a second. Is this prophecy? This is prophecy. All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Family, we see what's happening because you have to understand, if you're not preparing yourself spiritually, well, this is what the Most High says in Second Esdras. I'm just saying. Behold, said Yahuwah, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Let me explain something to you all, family. They said that now there's some sort of a super fungus. I had to get that article. I want to share that with you all. Some sort of a super fungus. These are plagues. I shared an article yesterday. I didn't even get a chance to talk about it. That now there's a plague killing dogs. I told y'all, family, when the Most High releases that plague's killing their dogs, you know it's over. They will follow Toto to the grave. They will follow Toto to the grave. Wait a second. I'm going to bring you all up after I read this scripture, this chapter. Hallelujah. It's going to be a minute. Hallelujah. Second Ezra 15:6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, saith Yahuwah. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. Because why? Because during the time that they thought that they were being blessed, they thought that they were going through their abundance, they thought that, in the 400-year cycle of our judgment, that they were allowed to do whatever they wanted. During that time, the Most High was holding his tongue. He said, you can do whatever you want, bathe in all that wickedness, but you're going to have to pay. Here we go. Second Ezra 15:8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. That's us, family. He's hearing us. This falls in line. Well, I'm telling you, we're going to get into Habakkuk chapter 2. That I'm telling you, family, said, wow, this hallelujah. And therefore saith Yahuwah, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Ooh, blood for blood. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Wait a second. This is prophecy. So we came back to Egypt. We came back to a spiritual Egypt, a spiritual people, a spiritual bondage. Understand that. That was Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. This was when they were rebuilding the temple after their release from Babylon, or really Sumerian captivity. Second Ezra 15:10. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahuwah shall bring upon it. That Yahuwah shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Are we not seeing that? For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Their sword and their destruction, now it's approaching. Now they can see it. Now they see them hypersonic missiles coming. Here we go. That was second Esdras. We're in second Esdras 15 and 15 continued. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and of and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. I believe in that scripture. I believe these European nations are about to start overthrowing one another. That's what I believe. That's the scripture. Second Ezra 15:16. From there, and here we go. Listen to this. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. I believe that that's getting ready to happen here in the United States. We're gonna. I'm with Jacobo on that one. Can you say lockdown? There it is. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. What are they going to start doing? They're going to start fighting each other. For what? For resources. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Behold, saith Yahuwah, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the east, from the south, from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. To who? To the Most High's children. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen. This is second Esdras 15:21. So will I do also, and recompense them in their bosoms. He said, look, I'm shooting them straight in the chest. This is the Most High. He said, I'm shooting them straight in the chest. He said, I'm going for the heart. Don't ask that question here because I'm not going to give you an answer. Thus said Yahuwah Elohim, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. Do you see what's happening? Do you see the setup? Here we go. The fire has gone forth from his wrath and hath consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith Yahuwah. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary, for Yahuwah knoweth all them that sin against him. Yahuwah knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. Ooh, this is a hard one. Y'all read Second Esdras, and you read Jeremiah 15:51. Most High says he's banging on them. Second Esdras 15:27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For Yahuwah shall not deliver you because ye have sinned against him. Behold, a horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as a wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Second Ezra 15:30. Also, the Carmanians, raging and rash, shall go forth as wild boars of the wood. With great power shall they come, and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. Wait a second. Wait a second. The land of the Assyrians. Come on, family. Follow me here. Let me share this. Share screen. Carmanians. This is just a simple Google search. Second Esdras makes a reference of Carmonians or Carmanians. These were a people from Carmania, a fertile province of ancient Persia, situated on the north shore of the Persian Gulf. Modern Kerman. It is a mountainous region separated by a desert from Persis, southwest part of Iran, or Persian in the west, or W. Come on now, family. I know Jacob has shown you this before. Come on now, family. And shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You all listen. Jacob brought that on out. Basra, ooh, Edomia, Zepho. Listen, you better understand. They knew these things back then. They knew and understood who and where things were. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together and great power to persecute them. Why is that? Because they're losing. To persecute them. To persecute who? To persecute us. Come on now, family. Understand where these scriptures are going. This is what the Most High is showing us. They're going to lose. And when they lose, they're going to come through and they're going to say, it's our fault. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. And we're going to get persecuted. We're going to go through some things here, family. Understand. Hallelujah. Then these shall be trouble bled and keep silence through their power and shall flee. What? And shall flee. What? And shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them and consume of them, and in their host shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. Behold, clouds from the east and from the north and to the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. They shall smite one upon another, and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star. They're going to kill their own. They're going to kill their own principalities. Ooh, I want to see how that happens. Oh, hallelujah. Second Ezra 15:35 continue. And blood shall be from sword into the belly, and dung of men into the camel's huff. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth, and that they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. And then shall there come great storms from the south. We're not even done yet. And from the north, and another part from the west. And its strong wind shall rise from the east and shall open it, and the clouds which he raised up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause fear toward the east and west shall be destroyed. The great and mighty cloud shall be puffed up, full of wrath, and the star, that they may make all the earth afraid. And them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place a horrible star. fire and hail and flying swords. Fire and hail and flying swords. I think maybe missiles and many waters, that all fields may be full and all rivers with the abundance of great waters. I think that those are people. Think that those are nations. And they shall break down the cities and walls and mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows and their corn. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid. See, no one is afraid, even with all the stuff going on just yet. So don't worry about it doesn't matter to them. Like we've been saying, it doesn't matter to them because the Most High has the spirit of stupor on them. They're not seeing this. They're not seeing what we're talking about. They don't care. So no matter how you're trying to break this on down to them, hey, maybe you need to repent. Maybe you need to do that. Look, they don't care. That time is over with. The Most High literally hardened their heart and blinded them. They're done. The only thing that they're going to see is their destruction, if they even get a chance to see that. Why? Here we go. Second Esdras 15:44. They shall come to her and besiege her, the star, and all wrath that shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto heaven, and all that be about her shall bewail her. That's when they start crying. And they that remain under her shall do service unto them that put her in fear. Why? Because people have been leaving at this time. If you haven't left at this time and you see Babylon being destroyed, those folks that are remaining, guess what? They're going to captivity. Do we see this, family? Do we see this? We're going to talk about this. Oh, we're going to talk about this. Let me read that again. This is Esdras 15:45. And they that remain under her shall do service unto them that put her in fear. And thou, Asia, thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person. Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore, saith Yahuwah, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower. The heat shall arise that is sent over thee. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee. So it looks like this: China's going to get puffed up, and then they're going to be brought low. They're going to have a season where they're going to be rejoicing, being puffed up, and then they're going to be brought down. Here we go. Second Ezra 15:53. If thou hast not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thine hands and saying over their dead, when thou was drunken. Why? That's what they're doing over in the continent. So the continent's about to throw off the Asian population. See, they're going to be rejoicing, and then it's going to be like, all right, time to get up on out of here. It's going to be an overthrow. Here we go. Second Ezra 15:54. Set forth the beauty of thy countenance. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith Yahuwah. Even so shall Yahuwah do unto thee and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood. For very hunger of bread and thirst of water. Like I said, family, they're gonna get kicked out and they're gonna go back. And they're not gonna have access to resources. Whew, wow. Hallelujah. Second Esdras 1559, thou as unhappy shalt come through the sea and receive plagues again, and in the passage they shall rush on the idol city and shall destroy some portion of thy land and consume part of thy glory and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed. They got to start to try to repillage Babylon. They're in 15-minute cities. They're under control. Now they got to try and repillage. Wow. I'm telling you, family, this is going to be beyond 2030. And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and shalt turn, and shall be unto thee as fire, and shall consume thee in thy cities, thy land, and thy mountains, all thy woods, and fruitful trees, and shall they burn up with fire. Thy children shall they carry away captive, and look what thou hast. They shall spoil it and mar the beauty of thy face. Now, let me make a correction. I believe that that's going to be, they're going to try and come back to us. Not that we're Babylon, but they're going to see us as the nations on the continent when the continent's built up. Man, look at what they have. Man, look at what they've done. We're hungry. We're needy. We're drinking our own blood, the blood of our own people. Either we fight them or we die. You know that those are the Most High's people? Forget it. We have to. Bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. Okay, let me start bringing up our folks. Thank you for patiently waiting for like 30 minutes as I read that scripture. Shalom, panel.
Shalom, shalom. How you doing, Karis? And to the brothers.
Oh, so brother Mike, then I'll start off with brother Garth and brother Rojo. Just those are the order that you all came on in. Brother Mike, I'm going to ask you this. What do you think now about these hypersonic missiles?
Well, you know what? I would look at it like this. You were slinging every last one of them this morning. Man, you got on there. You brought that heat. Man. But as to what the nations is doing, man, Karis, I mean, it's kind of leave you speechless, bro. It leaves you speechless to be living to witness these events. I know we said that plenty of times. You know, we living in you know, special times and things of that nature. But to literally witness it, and have the scriptures to back it up, it lights fire within a person, personally speaking. But what the world has got going on now, it seems like they're on accord now, on one accord. Kingdom Prepper, he about to get a lot more religious now. Not Kingdom, Canadian Prepper.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well call him Kingdom Prepper, right?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? he keep on. He's like, wait a minute, hold up. I do have some Negro in me. You mean to tell me I'm special? Yeah, he really truly will wake up then. But yeah, I mean, seeing what's going on now, Karis, bro, I just want us, all of us, back on the continent. and then just stand back and just look at the world and see what they're doing, you know, and while they're doing all their fighting and shenanigans, we're building ourselves up spiritually, mentally, and physically. Period. That's how I see it. I hand it back to you, Brother Karras.
All right, thank you, Brother Mike. Brother Garth, man, what do you think?
You on mute, Garth?
Yeah, unmute yourself.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, what's up? Shalom, family. This is crazy. I don't know. I just take it day by day. I'm keeping up with the news, and it just seems more imminent than before. Like I was watching that show yesterday, and with our boy Canadian Prepper, and he was literally he had some good points. He was literally talking about how the politicalization of
You went out. Brother Garth, you went out.
hello.
Yeah, we hear you now. You're back.
Oh yeah, I was just saying like how he was saying how when Russia talks about that land over there, they are careful to call those folks hummus, you know, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
that
the T words.
the
Well,
T
the other
word.
T
Yeah,
words.
man.
The other,
I'm trying to
the other T words are in with ist.
yeah, the T words are the T words.
The terriblians. The terriblians. All right, Brother Garth, you're going in and out. I think it must be the Chinese or the Russians.
Yeah, man. I guess a cyclone attack, or a denial of the service attack or something. You could just skip me.
All right, we'll come back to you, Brother Garth. Brother Rojo.
Hey, shalom, shalom, everyone.
Brother,
Shalom to the.
Brother Rojo, do you not think doesn't that sound like that seems to me like all I could think about when I saw that, I said, Father, I don't want to be in my flesh. I said, but I'm like, I told you. My poor dog is looking at me like, what is this fool talking about? all I could think of, Rojo, all I could think of was I'm going to have Rojo on this panel, and we're going to talk about the don't be a menace while drinking your juice in the hood. Right? Where they pull up to the liquor store right after they're in the liquor store, and he's in the post office. He's in the mail truck, and they pull up. Oh yeah, you got that? Okay, I got this. Oh yeah, you got that. Why did our ratings be like, you want to pull up with your carrier strike group? I got this. Hypersonic, straight from Russia in Cyrillic, talking about, do we have a problem? And he crosses his arms. Oh man, Rojo done laughed himself off of the connection.
We must have fell off.
Rojo laughed himself out of his own connection. Oh man,
Rojo fell out of his chair.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, he fell out of his chair.
We're under attack. We are under attack. This is a Cylon attack.
Pray for Brother Rojo. I'm not sure if I just pray for our brother. Okay, Brother Rojo's back. Brother Rojo, first, do you require any type of medical assistance or care? Please let us know. This platform will not be held liable.
Press 0 for medical assistance.
Rojo, you on mute.
We're gonna get you a bell. Don't worry, Rojo. If you can't speak, if you get that paralysis, we'll get you a bell. You can ring it.
I'm pressing 711. I mean, that's the Israelite alert symbol. I'm telling you, man, I'm hearing those strange knocks at my door, shadows at my window. look, if I vanish off of here, or if I start talking mid sentence, and you see my icon, just go and boot me, Karis, because I'm probably going to be
Roger
reformatted
getting
shortly.
attacked.
All you gotta do, brother Rojo, is look for the hat signal. Once the boot goes in, the hat signal.
Oh, so Rojo, what? Tell me what you think. I think that was really that move, right? Hey, come up here if you want to, but I got something for you.
No,
That's
I'm gonna
what
tell
it
you.
looked like.
I'm gonna tell you what it seemed like to me yesterday on TikTok. All of these W's, and y'all know what I mean when I say that, was bragging about the A10 Warthog. A10 Warthog, baby, can opener, like that. And then they saw those videos with Iran test fired those first two hypersonic babies.
Oh, yeah. They pulled a Willie D on them. They said no more talk.
So,
have to
so
add
what are
that
you
for
guys? What are you
supersonic
guys
missiles, do
talking
you?
about? Because I haven't actually
was
seen any
it was
videos.
we got to come together. This is BS. This is a thing with Russia. Is Russia really behind it? We got to come together, people. We got to put all differences aside.
What
And guess
did
what
it
I put in the
say?
comments?
What did it
I
say?
put A10 Warthog. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Man, listen. I'm telling you, they saw that, and that was just pure fear.
Wait a minute, Karis, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait. Now I seen. I mean, hypersonic missiles. Did somebody get a threat with it or something? Did it shoot one at somebody?
Michael. They said Iran directly said, "America, you are next." When they fired off those two hypersonic.
Okay, let me just tell you this. They don't put their.
Please, because I don't know
They
what's
don't put.
going on.
Okay, so let me just explain what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They don't put all of their fleet within range of a hypersonic missile. Every single one of their fleet. The
Wait a
United
minute, hold
States
on.
did. The United States put
Okay.
basically like at least 70% of their fleet in range
Wait a minute.
of a hypersonic missile from Iran. From Iran, yes.
They went that close? And it's just like if
Yes.
somebody pointing a gun at me, Karis, I'm backing up.
But the thing is that you can't back up that quick. That hypersonic missile's gonna get you.
You ain't lying. You on radar now.
Yeah, you have to think they just got the Ricky. They came up
Wow.
in that Honda, like
Wow.
Hey, Karis. Did you see?
them Iranians had the hat backward.
Wow.
Hey, Karis, did you see that one that Russia displayed? And it wasn't too long ago where that thing it goes dang near to the firmament, flip down, open up, and like shooting out 20 missiles.
They call that the Satan II.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, they call that the Satan II. They said, look, if this thing can reach to the heavens and cause the firmament to splash,
Man, shucks. Good night.
It looks like the rubber's about to hit the road, or whatever. How you?
Are those things being fired over here?
What does the word say? It said,
Exactly.
"None
It
arrows
would.
shall come, and none shall return it." That's what the word says.
Exactly.
What the second advent say? These folks are going to be sitting here, and be like, it just took out one or two cities, and didn't take out everybody. So hey, until
you know what?
they're going to be invaded, and even when they get invaded, they're not going to do anything. That's literally what the word says.
Send in the Justice League.
I got my iodine pills ready. I knew I bought those for a reason. I'm not worried about gamma. I just don't want to be underneath one when it goes off.
I've got a
Strong
helicopter
man
over
is about
my
to
head
stop
right
the
now.
man.
That is something.
Can you guys hear that?
Say it again, sis.
I've got a helicopter over my head right now.
All right. Well, Sister Chantel, just send us a postcard from Guantanamo, the British version. No, I'm just messing with you.
One of you might get one of my
Hello.
fingers, you know.
Hello,
So.
I'm in Guantanamo. The amenities could be quite better, but
It's all nice and tropical. The moisture is good on my skin.
Chantel is going to be in a display next to Megan.
Do I seriously sound like that?
Yes.
Yes, you do, jolly old chap.
Yes, you
Sister.
did.
When have I ever used the word chap?
I think they come off a bit crass. I don't think you sound like that. You know.
Oh,
Guys
my
are
goodness.
hilarious.
Oh, well, Sister Chantel, what do you think? Because now you see that the Ukrainian double cross is about to be on because nobody's
man,
gonna give Ukraine any more
up.
missiles.
Mm.
Man,
I
go
think people are starting to question where are all the rich people.
They
Yeah.
left early this year.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they left earlier this year when they
Yeah, they
withdrew
did.
all their billions of dollars.
You're right. Where is Jeff Bezos?
Hey,
Jeff
Oh, they
Bezos
left
is
a
on
Chantel.
lot
his yacht.
earlier.
This
They
fool
left
is
a lot
cruising.
earlier than that. They left a
I'm
lot
going to let you
earlier
finish,
than that.
Chantel. But check this out. The Rothschilds are begging for government assistance now.
What? I thought they had $500 trillion. Are you
Yeah.
All
telling
of that
me
was
that they
What's
done
the
lied?
problem?
You told me they done lied?
all of that was froze. That they are now asking for government assistance for transportation, for movement to wherever they go to. I guess the giant cistern.
You mean
Yeah.
to tell me that the world's biggest villains didn't even go as far? Like you lot create like all these James Bond villains and you didn't even use the ideas that you put out on screen? Are you kidding me? Where's your submarines? I gotta admit, I'm sorry, I am so disappointed. I'm so disappointed to have all that money, all that power, and you did nothing with it. You just sat in your little castles, but you didn't even create a submarine. You didn't even have an underwater, I don't know, an underwater habitat or anything like that. I mean, where's your spacecraft? Why aren't you
Uh,
up in space? I'm
Karis,
so disappointed.
that verse you read earlier about the stars going against the stars.
Mm.
I think something those black hats over there. Look, I'm gonna shut. I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna shut
Rojo,
up.
I knew you weren't going to be able to resist that. But I look at that like, man, no, their principalities are going to be fighting. Remember, it's not Michael that's standing up. Look, what did it say? The dragons do what? They remember, and then they come back to what? They're trying to come back and persecute us.
Wow.
I forgot this. Here they are. But what does
Houston,
that do? What does that trigger? That triggers us fleeing.
I'll be glad on the triggers. I'll be glad. I kid you not. Like Sister, not Chantel, Sister Shar said, we need to get Brother Mike out of here.
Remember what I was saying earlier? I said, I believe we're going to have some sort of like UN corridors, some peacekeeping court, something.
Now, you know what the thing about that, Karis, is this. The UN. Everybody is turning also on the UN. They want the UN out. It's like I'm saying
but I'm talking about in the context, Mike. I'm talking about the UN coming into here.
Here where? What,
In the
America?
United States, yes. US.
Oh, you're talking the United States.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
you get what I'm talking about? Why? Because, they lost. Oh, wait a second. Here's the UN Security Council. We need to make sure that black folks are protected. Why would they not be protected? Because you all got your butts handed, and we know that you're going to go and try to persecute them even more.
That's all they know how to do, really.
Do you see what I'm saying? Then why does it do you understand how Second Esdras chapter 15 is just lining up? That's the most concise.
I'd like to say, Karis, this is one of my favorite chapters. I love it. I really do.
Because it's
Ezra's
the
50.
most concise. Because why? Because you see it's literally playing out in front of our eyes right now.
Mm-hmm.
What does it say? That what? The Carmanians are about to join this war. And then what? Man, Babylon is going to be in trouble.
You get
Babylon's going to run. And when they run, they
mash
go,
her up,
then what they do?
bruck her up.
Then what they do? They're going to be coming after us. Come on, family. Look,
Go.
this is what the scriptures say. This is the Most High's word. It says, faithful and true. This thing's going to happen.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Mm.
Sister Newbie and me,
Oh, hello.
welcome. Salama.
Shalom.
Blessings. I just wanted to say there's so much trouble in the world.
Yeah.
Da-da-da. And also, I was just thinking, the belly full, but we hungry. It's over. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to thank you. I thank you, Karis, for just blessing out the Zadras. The Most High, our Father, is so good because, we have revelations. We have Daniel, Revelations. And in this time, this end time, he had the trilogy for us with Zadras. You feel me? That's just like, booyah, And that's just like, this book has been I love this book. My family was studying this for like a decade plus, And this book really gives us peace. And I thank you for like bringing this forward. One of my favorite lines, and I think this has happened. I mean, it's happening. But one of my favorite chapters in Esdras is, I think it's oh yeah, it is. You're on chapter 15, but close to the end when it says, "And you, Asia, who share in the glamour of Babylon." I think you read that, "In glory of her. Woe to you, miserable wretch, for you have made yourself like her. You have decked out your daughters in harlotry to please and glory in your lovers who have always lusted after you." And I think there's a part that's so funny. I don't know if it's it, but there's a part somewhere in here where it says, "I will slap you down like a righteous woman." The Most High, "I will slap you down like a righteous woman slaps down a harlot." I mean, that's one of the funniest lines. Do you know that? It's somewhere around this.
I know what you're talking about. I
It's
found I was
hilarious.
laughing when I read that. I was like, really,
Hilarious.
Father? Really, Father? Oh, you gotta let me see
So
that.
smack her down.
Well, because you have to now think about this. Think about this
And
in
that's
this
happening.
context. In this context, right? We're here in the West,
Mm-hmm.
which is Babylon. Think about what's there over in Africa. Africa's Asia has control of it.
Hmm.
Do you see what I'm
That's
saying?
why you have
Yeah,
both
yeah.
Babylon and Asia.
Now think about what's ending up happening. You have to understand, it's not a joyous thing for us to leave and go back into the land. Not for them, because they know what's going to end up happening. They know these scriptures. Don't think just because they worship Buddhism and Hinduism and all that other stuff that they don't read
The
this
dragon.
word. The dragon knows. Yeah, these folks know what the end's going to look like for them. And their end is going to be really a very painful one, because why? Because when we come back, what does that mean? That means that they don't have any control over the continent, over the resources. That's why they said they're going to starve. And then they're going to try and do what? They're going to try to get back into Babylon over there in the lands that's been destroyed. And then they realize that's not going to work. So then they're going to come after us. But everything has been fortified.
Yeah.
We don't just go there and just sit. We're going to sit down. Nah, we go there and we do what? We fortify.
Can
And
I
we're digging in.
Interesting.
can I read something? Sorry, I just want to quickly read something. It's to link up with what you were saying about when how they're going to chase us, and it's like you see that the symbolism is right there in Revelation 12.
Mm-hmm.
It says and the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time, from the face of the serpent, and the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away in the flood. That flood is the people's, as it literally says in Revelation. I can't remember which one in Revelation off the top of my head, but it said, where it says the waters that thou see where the harlot sits is peoples, nations, tongues. So that imagery is there. When as we're leaving, they're going to be chasing us down, and the earth helped the woman, or the land helped the woman, and the earth opened up her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed,
Wait,
which keep the commandments of Yahuwah and have the testimony of Yeshua HaMashiach.
wait a second,
I
sis.
want-
You should tell. Stop right there. Now, when that says the earth helped the women, I wonder if that is the UN.
Dang, you know what? You got a point there. That is.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Look, this stuff is all tying together. Call me
It could
crazy.
be,
Call
but
me crazy.
Yeah.
the thing is that if I'm not saying it's not, but in terms of the contrast, if you see that the water represents peoples,
Yeah.
then what would the earth represent? It's like
Maybe that's the
almost,
righteous. Maybe that's the righteous, right? But the Most High
it could
always
be.
has a distinction between the wicked and the righteous. He always does. So Gentiles, if you're listening in here and you're a righteous Gentile, guess what? The Most High has a distinction. Because why? Because he knows your heart. He knows your heart. You don't have to explain anything to us. You don't have to justify anything to us, but you better understand who we are. And when we leave, you don't have any covering. You just don't. We're literally here as a covering. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, because there was another thought that just entered into my head in terms of the earth helping the woman. What if it is the land itself and the like, for example, was it Sao Tome, how they can't be
Get through.
in that land? How, that there's certain parts of the world that they really can't go in. It doesn't, something about I don't know.
Yeah,
I
what
agree
is
with you.
it? What did they say?
The natural. Sorry, Richard.
What did they say? The unwholesome air, right? Isn't that what was said? The unwholesome air of some of these
Yes.
places.
Now,
Yeah, go ahead, sister. Go ahead,
what if?
sister. Go ahead,
Oh,
sister.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I agree with sister. I think, it's always in two parts, but I also agree with sister that the terrain sometimes it's so it's so hidden that the enemies can't get through. Like, even Ethiopia for a long time, they thought it was a mystical land. They didn't really started to believe it. This doesn't exist because it was just so far out. So in the mountains, so in that terrestrial highlands, So I agree with that. But also the earth could be, you said water, nation, tongues how it represents in Revelation. But then as we go with precept by precept, there are different books, again, in this apocryphal text, kind of like the Shepherd of Hermas, which really goes to trees and earth and mountains. And, so even as we're going into this apocryphal books, there are other books and other biblical books that refer
please
to
read the chat. Please read the private chat.
Okay. Oh, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But
so
I agree. I'm just saying I totally agree with you guys. So saying.
Yeah. Because
Also, go ahead. I'll pause, but I'll read the private chat real quick.
Yeah, because what I was saying is that it would be the kind of like the balance. So you've got the water representing a large body of people, all these different nations, because they understand that if we let go of these people, these European nations, they understand if we let go of these people, it's the end of us. We need the resources. We can't have these people in there, and there's floods of them coming in.
But again, what do they respond to? What do they respond to? They respond to the sword. Do you hear what I'm telling you?
That's it.
See, I think we
That's the only
see
thing.
often too many times we get too over spiritualized in the context of it's a simple thing. They see a gun, they stop. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you brandishing that weapon? Yeah. Because here's the thing, you ain't gonna get no food sources. So go ahead and mess with them. Oh, yep, yep. Hey, sorry.
Hmm.
You know, verse 17, though, I just wanted
Well,
to just finish off this. I hear
okay.
a lot of people talking about, so I'm good. I'm just going to be quick
Oh,
because I just want to finish
okay.
off this last verse, verse 17, where it says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahusha and have the testimony of Yahuwah, sorry, and have the testimony of
Now
Yahusha Hamashiach."
now
The
stop there. That stop there because why? Went to make war by doing what? If we're out of the land, then who's you have to remember you still have the dragon system
mm,
that's still cut off. I'm not going to go into full detail with that, but they're represented as a political organization all throughout the world in multiple countries through, and they have quote unquote sovereign soil.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking in code now. You all can get it.
Mm-hmm.
Those places.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to
Well,
make
my
a phone call. We deal with that all the time. Mike and I do. We deal with that all the time with these with these calls with Quest Unite Africa. Don't
Mm.
think that, hey, we're back in the land and it's just going to be easy peasy. No, it's not, because you still have a relationship. They still have a relationship. It's a phone call away. You get what I'm telling you? Until that gets broken, and it will be broken. Joe, go ahead. Sorry, Sister Chantel.
no, I was the way I was looking at that though was I hear a lot of people that would say, "Oh, this is talking about the church or like
Yeah,
righteous
they
Christians
don't.
or whatever," and I'm like, "But why does it have to be about the church? Why is anything of this about the church? No offense, but why does that not mean that it just mean? Why can it not just mean that as
The
we're in our land,
Yep.
yeah, we're happy in our land, but as we know, as their resources start to dry up, right? As their resources start to dry up, what do? They turn their attentions back to the land, back to the people. Who's there now? It's the remnant. It's the remnant of her seed. It's the her children's children, or the children of us, our children, right? And they are the ones that are keeping the commandments, sorry, of Yahuwah, and they have the testimony of Yahusha Hamashiach. What's the testimony of Yahusha Hamashiach? That he trusts, that he, even in when he was sent down to the pit, he trusted that Yahusha Hamash, he trusted that the Most High, his Father, was going to raise him back up after
Mhm.
the time. That's the faith. To know that even though you're surrounded by all of them, right? All these nations have, surrounded you, but you have faith like our kinsman redeemer, that Yahuwah will step in and settle the matter once and for all. That's another thing that I see when I read that as well. So I
Is
just
it
wanted to say
well,
that.
my thing is, maybe I'm reaching, and maybe y'all can laugh at me and or ridicule me, but I assume that when that verse was written, it was written from the vantage point of an angel. So if you're that high up or at a particular altitude where you have a really good panoramic view of what's going on of the scenes down below, I mean, just think about it. A whole bunch of people with blue helmets just coming at us. I mean, what?
That
I
is
don't
a good
know.
point. No, that actually is a good point. That actually makes an excellent point.
Hmm.
Sorry to think. Could you repeat that? I got a phone call, so I'm really sorry. I missed what you said, Roger.
Oh, no, I was just
What was
saying that because if you assume that who when that was written, it was written and looked at the vision happened from the vantage point of an angel, and if you're looking down and you see a bunch of soldiers with blue helmets just rushing in, to a situation, wouldn't that look like rushing water?
That
That's
actually,
true.
to me, that makes a good point. I'm like,
That's
wow.
true.
Like
But
a
these
mirror.
angels will know exactly what it was. That would be the perspective of a human being looking down. Do you understand what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
agree with you. I say what I'm saying is that would be that's actually a good that's a
A
good point.
beautiful mural
But
art.
it is a beautiful mural. It's in terms of
Beautiful
when you
mural.
think of the artistry of it.
Hmm.
But because they're bringing truth, they are the angels, and they would be given the word. There's a hierarchy, even the way that things are structured, that how the information is disseminated, just like it is with anything. So these angels would have gotten the full version, the full matter of the truth. They would know exactly what they're looking at. So when the angel that's giving the message to John would be telling him as it is, and John is also seeing what is happening. He can only
But is
write
that is that
according.
always is that always the case? Because the Most High always uses allegory and
Well,
illusory.
I was
You
just about
know,
to say that. I
yeah.
was just
So
about to say that.
because I could see that as that's still the people. That's still waters. Because even when you just read in Second Esdras, it was the waters of people that was coming through and breaking down Babylon, the walls of Babylon.
Mm.
And they're
And
doing
it's
what? And they're carrying things on out. We just read that in Second Esdras 15.
and
So
and 13 is pretty visual like that. Second Ezra 13, when it talks about Mashiach and 7 days, the dreams, the waters, the waves, you know, it's really deep. I actually was going to say what Sister Chantal was talking about. It had thought brought me to chapter 13, and that is the faith and the hope in Mashiach, especially close to the bottom when it says, "After this, I saw the same man come down from the mountain and call to him another multitude, which was peaceable." You know, that chapter's a very beautiful. One last thing I wanted to say is about the earth. Also, we can also think about things that happen on earth: rain, water, floods. You know, even recently there was something that interestingly happened in the islands. You know, as we know, there have been some struggles between the DR and Haiti and water and the canal. And there was some bogus stuff that was happening, some wicked stuff that the DR was doing to Haiti. But as weird as it is, they were trying to take water from us. You know, we have one canal and they just trying to like farm. We're just trying to farm. And then, you know, they've made 11 canals. They have guns and soldiers, like totally intimidating the Haitians on the other border. Well, with this
Sister
cyclone,
Newbie and me,
I just want to give
I'm
you an
gonna stop you.
example.
I'm gonna stop you
No, I'm just
because
giving an example
no,
that it got
the
flooded.
focus isn't there. The focus is on Second
I'm
Esdras
just saying
15.
about the earth, like how
And
God
the focus
uses
is
the earth.
over in the Middle East right now. That's the
No,
focus.
I'm just giving an
No,
example of how the most.
I'm bringing you back to
Okay.
the focus.
But I think there's been a flood in Dubai recently, and I think there was also a flood in Kenya. So I'm just saying that the Most High uses the earth. So I was going to say the flood that happened in the Caribbean. I think there was a flood in Kenya. I think there was a flood in Dubai just recently. So again, in terms of how the earth saves her, sometimes that happens too, like these disasters. So, okay, I'll pause for the cause. Thank you.
There's been a lot of floods going on in is it in Mecca? Like like I've never seen so much water in the desert in my life. I was looking and I was like, wow, that's a lot of water. And then like you with some of it, it's like you don't even see the top of the cars. So it's just crazy. It's
Exactly.
weird.
Exactly. So much
But what does
flooding.
that flood do? It stops folks in their tracks. You see what I'm
Washes
saying?
them
Even
away.
if you're exactly, and even if you're trying to do something, you can't do it. Even if you're trying to react to something, you can't react.
Exactly. Makes it very difficult in terms of military, the military application of things
Yeah.
to
Yep.
assemble anything. I mean, there are some vehicles that obviously can traverse water and everything, but it, it,
It ain't gonna
I
succeed.
doubt that they would have that kind of. But sometimes people, the equipment that some nations have usually tends to reflect the region.
That's
If, you,
correct.
if your region is dry and arid, you're not going to have, uh, you know, equipment, vehicles, and stuff that would be more suited for a place that is very wet. You
Like a
know,
swampland. Yeah,
but
swampland.
it's almost like the Most High is turning things upside down, and it's really funny because as I'm looking at the craziness that's going on in the world, I don't know if a lot of you saw some of the videos that I sent in on Messenger with what was going on in Italy as well as China, but it's almost like the Most High is reversing things, and it's like turning things on their head, so that those who thought that they had a handle on their geography, you have to deal with this, and that geography you're gonna have to deal with that. But then I look at everywhere else, and I look at Africa, and I'm like, why is Africa sitting fine? She's not
Mm-hmm.
really struggling like that. The only thing she's having to deal with is these people coming up in her land and frustrating her and the people and taking the resources. And
Yes.
Hey,
something that we do have to also acknowledge, there is a lot of we know that obviously Judah and Ephraim has been going back and forth, selling and selling and being sold, selling and being sold to each other, doing that to each other. But also we have to also understand that there are other regions and other um, lands like the Assyrians. If we know that that is the land of Israel, that Israel is there, then the places that they're calling Assyria and all these other biblical names, they can't really seriously be in that little pocket of land. It has to be in Africa. So
Mm-hmm.
some of what we think like might be where the Assyrians actually are could be in the Sahel region. It could be
No,
in
could be,
these
sister. It is.
regions, and
Makes no
or
sense,
even
Brother
in
Ken.
what we would call South Africa is actually North Africa.
hey,
I'm just
Chantel,
saying.
no,
Mm,
no, no offense when I tell you this, but I hear that your city, of course, Washington D.C. here and Vatican City are autonomous. Like, but I hear that with your
Joe,
city,
why
and the
would
reason,
you think I would take offense to that?
no. What I'm telling you
Ain't
about
my
that is that is that somebody's calling in a debt on London, and London is willing to flip the whole UK. I don't know how true that is, but that's why I was like I don't want you to think I'm picking at you by saying that, but it just
Listen, bro,
You
you
know
ain't
what,
picking on
King?
me.
Chantel's a
This ain't my home,
staunch
you know. This
patriot,
is
so
somewhere
I
where,
think she would get
like
offended.
you, like all of us, this ain't. Listen, Babylon ain't your home, and Babylon ain't my home. This is where we lay our head for the time being. We are
Hmm.
waiting to go home, back to
Exactly.
our actual home. This ain't ours. This is theirs. Really and truly, if we're going to be honest, this really ain't theirs. But this is where they set up shop. So,
I.
I,
But,
you
but
ain't
my point is,
disrespecting me or anything else.
but no. But my point is when they go and start calling those debts, aren't we the collateral, or
Yeah,
have we already been cashed in?
I think
I
we've
think,
already been cashed in.
yeah,
Exactly.
You know,
you
Let
Should
them
we
try
turn
that
into
mess again.
infinite cash
They're
crops?
not going to try that because they listen. They're not
I,
saying it, but they know who the. Do you understand when they keep saying climate change? Let us not get offended when they say that. Although, like, I'm thinking like I used to be like, why do they keep saying climate change? Until when you actually look at the word climate and everything, and you start to see things. Um, you start to see, I mean, we always attribute it to the weather, but when you actually look at it,
the
another
carbon
similar
footprint, the
explanation, it
carbon
says the
footprint,
prevailing, what's that, sorry?
that carbon footprint dog whistle. They try to say, oh,
Yeah,
the
but
foot.
they are right. There is climate change. It is the prevailing trend of public opinion or of another aspect of life. For example, the current economic climate, or as it really is, the current spiritual climate. So when they say there's a
Mm.
climate change,
Ooh, that's a
they
bar.
really are saying the truth. They're
Deep,
speaking the truth. But remember, these are
deep.
Satan's seed. They're the serpent seed. So they speak with a forked tongue. And as they're speaking, the layman is hearing, oh, well, look, yeah, there's a lot of winds and rain and everything. So they just stick with that. But those who actually are of a higher understanding, they know what they're talking about, whether it's us who are awakened Israelites or the devil and his brood. But don't be dismayed when you hear them talking about climate change. They know what they're talking about. They
The
understand
winds
it.
change. Hmm. But
But you know,
on Rojo's point, Brother Rojo, on your point, yes, San Francisco, okay, the other Sodom and Gomorrah, dirty, usually dirty, crowded, homeless people all over the place. Oh, they got it together when this weekend they got or
Yeah,
this week
yeah,
when
Sister
Shinping
Nubia
came.
and
Oh,
me.
they cleaned it up.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
They
I was gonna
cleaned it
ask
up.
you about that since you on up there. How did it feel to see your new boss?
Oh no, I'm like 4 hours away. But the point is
The
the
point
energy.
is, look, he
Hey, the
stepped foot and
energy,
he
the
saw his
climate
man.
was different. Like Sister would say, the climate they cleaned up. I don't know where they put all those homeless people. I mean,
No,
Oh
everybody
yeah, where
was
are they?
cleaned
They
up.
put them in them FEMA
It
camps.
was like the
sis,
manager
sis,
came. Did you see
sister
the picture?
Nubian,
It was like
sister Nubian.
manager came to see the
Me,
bosses.
you,
That's right.
Paris, and Michael need to get together, build a giant commode, go find Chi Chi P in San Francisco, and flush his behind down it. I don't trust that man. He's the. Let me shut up because I'm gonna get y'all in trouble.
You're gonna get
I
me in
don't
trouble.
trust him.
You know that this
Yo,
is owned
that was kind of aggressive.
by Shishi. You know that this is owned by them. Sorry, Mr. Shishi P. We're sorry.
You can't even say that, man. Remember, he's
And
very
and
he has very soft
let,
feelings, you know.
I'm
That's
not
what I'm
scared of
saying.
well,
him.
let me
Yeah.
tell you,
You
Did you
can't.
before
when
he
did you
came
guys see
through
that
in the
they asked
summer,
him when Biden
in
was
the
meeting
summer,
with him? When Biden was meeting with him. So do you still think he's a dictator?
well, I think
I know Brother Karras saw that.
Oh yeah.
they've checked out the surroundings because I throughout the summer through different regions like Asian historical places in California. People were just coming around, like Asian people taking pictures, like they were surveying the place. You know, when you buy a house, you know, when you go on an auction or you go to them things and you like take pictures, it was like that. It was very much like that in
Hmm.
California
Hey,
and
listen, man.
places.
I'm telling you, I've
Very
never
much.
seen so many Asians in or Chinese in London. Like I'm seeing a whole bag of
They
them.
surveying.
There's
They're
a
surveying
whole.
the new property. They're like,
They
okay,
they
Yep.
look. They're everywhere. I was in central London. Like when was it? Monday. Me and my mum. We went to our favorite museum. You know, sort of like cataloging. But we went up to the British Museum. And on the train there, even just coming from the, traveling on the Victoria line in Brixton, the amount of them, I'm like, whoa, there is a lot of them all of a sudden. Once upon a time, it was like they were just, they, you might see a pocket of them. In fact, you very rarely saw them, but now they're like, there's a lot of them. And I'm like, okay, I know why you're here. Just, you know, I'm a child of Africa. So just remember that. Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Exactly.
Well,
Leave
leave
me
me
alone.
alone.
You can do your thing, but leave me in
All the
mind,
anime
okay?
watching gonna
Leave
pay
me in
off.
mind.
All the anime.
So we need to put that in Mandarin on those shirts. You know,
Exactly.
please point me to the nearest airport or port that I may flee for this second exodus.
you know, one thing I would say, um, listen to some of you brothers and sisters, is that it's something to see how Yah is using his people to bring his people back together. Now, if you're coming from Christendom, all we ever known was the Bible that Christendom put together and at the same time ripped out. When Yah started to wake his people up, the apocryphers start showing up. Brothers start reading the apocryphers, Sisters started reading the apocryphers, and they started applying what they knew out of the Bible. So now, what they tried to keep as private in the dungeon, Israel has awakened to knowledge, and they're pushing these books. It's like we're forcing these books back into our history books as one. That's the beauty that I'm hearing thus far, is how Karis came on this morning. He started slinging fire off the top in the book of Ezra. You sisters, I don't know why I keep calling you, I call you Shar, Chantel. You do the same thing. So when brothers and sisters, and they start taking these scriptures to heart, Yacoba, Sister Maria, Sister Grace of Holder, all of these different brothers and sisters that are taking these scriptures seriously. And if we didn't do that, then not Yah said he will make those rocks speak. If we did not do it, the rocks themselves will speak.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty that I'm seeing and hearing and seeing, that all of this faithful strength being built up with the knowledge of brothers and sisters around the world that are trying their best to unite. And we're doing it by means of Yah's spirit.
Hey, Michael, can you hear whispers? Speaking of rocks, the Grand Canyon is opening up. I'm just
I don't know. I think, to me, like, I see that with the Pacific Northwest, like, that's the danger zone. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, you need to make sure you have like a plan to get up on out of there in like the next 6 months. That's my.
so you know what?
That's me.
You know what I'm talking about there, Karis. You know what I'm talking about.
They're already thinking that the caldera is about to open up.
Okay. I'm glad you said it. I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah, they're already thinking about that. They're like, "Hey, look, this thing's for real." So
that's the thing. I always thought that same thing too, because I mean the ramification, what they're saying about that. I mean, it's like, shoot, it'll take more than half of this country.
Yeah, no,
Michael,
it'll take more than half, but it also will be felt from there all the way to the East Coast.
All I'm saying is when you go to the GC,
it will be a big disruption.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know something? When you really think about it, when you hear all these reports, you got to feel sorry for them, because even when we went through 70 AD, it wasn't as bad as this. Every time they open up the newspaper or turn on the television or they go onto YouTube or TikTok or whatever on social media, it's just nothing but bad news. If it ain't the animals getting them, then it's the government turning on them. It's they're dropping like flies, birth rates and so on and so forth. Not just in America but in Europe as well. They're dealing with the fact that they're dealing with the fact that they're in a war that they don't want. They've spent so much money. Then they also understand, they're hearing from us about, we want reparations, and it's like, what? And they haven't got money to even keep themselves clothed or warm. Then they're hearing us talking about, we're going to leave you after we take that money.
Well,
no wonder they're depressed.
Let me say something, Sister Chantel, because remember, it was a culmination of activities and events. It took about 4 years, from 66 AD to 70 AD.
That is true. And we've been seeing a lot of things going on with them as well. But this is different.
Yeah.
This is like, it's so compact, it's tightly compact that I feel if I put my sometimes I close my eyes and I try to put myself in other people's shoes. It would be nice if they did it for us, but they don't. But here it is. And I start to think, how would I feel as if I was them and I knew that I've woken up and I've woken up to damnation? I would feel like I'm being suffocated and I would want to cry. I would want to close my doors, close my windows and the curtains, and just sit in my room rocking myself
Isn't that
because I'd feel
revelation?
no way.
Their hearts
I
will
would
fail
feel like there's
them.
no way out. What's that? Sorry?
Isn't that what Revelation said? Their hearts will fail them. They want the rocks to cover them, like fall on us. You know what I mean? That whole anxiousness, right? That anxiety.
Hey,
Exactly. Well,
Karen.
why do the nations? Why do the sea and the waves roaring? And that's like another vision, understanding of analogy of the waves and the roaring and raging. When you read Matthew 24, and you see that that they're completely beside themselves. They don't know what's going on. They don't know who to trust, who to believe. So they're bothered and they're so agitated. And
Hey, Karen.
But
sorry, go
I
on.
mean,
I've spoken.
I would
Karen.
take this. I would take that though, because the scriptures also states that Yah's people is destroyed because of lack of knowledge. Is it not? So now, does that not should that not apply to the nations now?
Well, that's what's happening. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Let me, Mike. This is a perfect segue. I'm sorry, family. This is a perfect segue. Being destroyed from a lack of knowledge. Here, please pay close attention to this video, and we'll discuss.
It's crazy.
Let me start that over. Here we go.
Check this out, y'all. This video is crazy. What do you expect? You hunt them, they hunt you. Wild beasts will be their graves.
That's messed up.
Okay.
And then
I have to say something right now.
I watched that video.
A year ago, we were watching these videos.
Check this out. Check this out. Y'all need to go watch it.
Grandpa.
Hey, y'all need to go watch it. Go watch it directly on TikTok, because when the lion pulls him over there and lets him go, and he bites down on him again, you can hear the guy's head crunching.
Oh no!
Oh, did he bite on his head?
I think we're good with this, man, Rojo.
Yeah, I don't think I needed that.
Get away with this.
I think I could have. I could have used my intuition and prognosticate what would have happened next.
Now this is
and chewy at the same time.
How did this dude walk into a lion's den?
Because he's an idiot.
Because he's a damn fool. Excuse my language.
But we watch. Look at all those stupid films that came out of Hollywood, where you see these Gentiles and they walk into these things and it's like, "Come to me, my animal friends," and it's like they really believe that these animals love them. They think
I'm gonna say something real rude. I'm gonna say something real rude. What they needed is an Ethiopian child to handle that cat. Has anybody seen those pictures of like our African ancestors riding cats, like riding tigers and like lions? Like they domesticated them. Our people can do that. They can't do that.
I need to stop everybody. We have live coming to the stage.
Oh, who's that?
Uh-oh.
Somebody that may be worse than Rojo and has tried to get my channel shut down.
That's not possible. You're lying. You're lying. Oh, of course. There goes the neighborhood. White flight.
So family, try to download this.
I know Nicole's seen the pictures. He's seen the pictures of
Hey, Jacoba, it's your fault. Jacoba did it.
Well, all I
You
gotta
know,
say,
that lion needs a toothpick now, though. You know that, right?
all I gotta say, nobody worse than Rojo. Rojo gonna get you shut down for real.
Yo, after that video, Rojo said, Karis, you need to see the whole video on TikTok.
Yep.
I'm just thinking, no.
Like, you gotta see the unedited
His
version.
head crack, right?
Crunchy
Other
and chewy at the same time, man.
The editor's cut, the director's cut.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna start shutting up. I'm gonna start going back talking to code again. I'm gonna talking that deep Texas code. Rojo. Jacobo will understand because he's kind of from Texas. He's Louisiana, but he knows our code.
What's going on, Jacobo?
Well, go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah 7:33.
Go ahead, brother Jacobo.
What's up, fam? I was just, looking at that video and I'm like, okay, that's white supremacy right there. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how everywhere they go.
I think he might be talking. I think he is.
I can hear him. I can hear him.
I can't hear.
Okay,
yeah, I can hear him. I hear him.
Yeah, no, he's good, Sister Chantel. He's good. Go ahead.
Yeah, that seemed like white supremacy. You just get out there and you around a bunch of lions and they're not supposed to hurt you. I'm like, really? I mean that line, like, you know how the Legion did, Paul and them, I know, or whatever. But who are you? That's what that line was like. Who are you?
He got the 7 sons of Sceva treatment.
Yeah, he got the 7 sons.
Okay, I'm just gonna let you go. I'm gonna come out and then I'm coming back in because I can't hear. I didn't hear anything. Give me a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what that was.
So Rojo said that he got treated like a bunch of Cheetos.
Oh yeah, crunchy and everything.
He got treated like a cheetah, like cheetah.
But I mean, for him to just step out. I mean, what did he think was gonna happen? That's what I want to know.
He said he was going to pet the kitty. I'm going to pet the kitty. I'm going to pet the kitty. No!
Well, one thing I was looking at
that kind of reminds me of when like white people used to touch my hair when I was growing out.
You talk about school.
The one thing I noticed about the video and Karis showed it.
He thought it was
no. He didn't think wasn't one thing. He knew he was old.
Yeah,
he knew he had that stride to get up out there to jump on no fence or either run. So now, I mean, was he drunk? Because I mean, dude.
Nah, it's what happens in the scary movies. Same thing. See, black folks run. You know what I'm saying? We don't even go out there. But what they do? Oh, what's that? That's interesting. Let's go see. Oh, that's a man with a knife. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
There's this in a horror story, in a horror film. It's like they hear a noise. We like, I'm not going down there. Oh, let's go see what's down there.
Exactly.
We don't. I mean, that's just something. I mean, like I said, bro, I'm serious. We are built different. I mean, man, good night. But at the same time,
I don't think you would have got one black person.
And the animal felt his, the animal felt how wicked he was. The animal just, But again, we have in the past as Africans, there's pictures, 19th century pictures of African children, families riding. You can check it out, riding lions in Ethiopia, East Africa. So there is something that we have that the Most High has given us.
Oh yeah, but I think common sense. You better not, your common sense is the thing I'm going to relish in. But even that, if I can go into a lion's cage, no, I'm not going to do that.
That was silly.
We'll keep things,
So Mike, you're not going to work at the zoo in Dar es Salaam?
No, I won't be. And if I did,
can you guys hear me?
Michael, I'll do you one better.
Okay, good, because I couldn't hear a word any of you guys were saying at all. I couldn't hear nothing. Okay,
Michael, me, I'll do y'all one better. You remember when their father and son was out there in the Serengeti, and you saw those 3 male lions just trotting down the trail, and barely even looked at them. They just went on about their business. Didn't even mess with the melanated ones. and it was 3 male lions.
Well, until y'all change this thing where we are at peace with the animals, I'm gonna give them that respect. That's just me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
respect my life. I respect the breath in my lungs, and
But at the same time, when we was talking about earlier, I know what Sister Chantel was saying, feeling sorry, but there was no sorrow for us, and at the same time, although our knowledge was ripped and then retaught to us by Christianity, so now here it is. There's a reverse of knowledge, and I mean, y'all say, hey, these people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. I mean, so this should also apply to the nation. Period.
Let me interrupt you, Mike, because I have a couple questions for Yakoba. Since Yakoba, I was because I called out for you earlier. I said Yakoba. No.
1, 2.
Turn off the lights in the dark bathroom and everything for you.
Like he ripped through here. All he needs is the Freddy suit with the claw. It's like, did somebody call me? No. So Yakoba, just a couple things I wanted to ask you. Number one, with that video, that was Rome, right? Rome used to feed us to lions for what? For sport. Okay. And then number two, the hypersonic missiles that Iran has. We were discussing this earlier. What do you think? What say you? Especially now, you have a large majority of U.S. Navy ships, not just U.S., but also Western Navy ships in areas where the Iranians can hit them. What say you, Brother Kobe? Because we went through 2nd Ezra 15.
So I would say this. Repeat after me, family. Hashtag ain't no 400-year prophecy.
Hashtag ain't no 400-year prophecy.
Go get the mugs. Go get the T-shirts. Okay.
But I mean, to me, it's lining up perfectly to me to fit 2nd Ezra 15. And my guess is, like the dragons of Arabia. I wasn't sure who they were at first, and at one time I thought maybe it was Saudi Arabia, but you know who I think it is? I think it's Israel. Because dragons is an enemy of Israel and the true Israelites, right? And the dragons of Arabia, they're in the Arabia, right? The tongue, they just at the top of the tongue. And so all of these nations are there, like even Assyria. So I know, like you all were saying earlier, we don't know for sure if that's the land of Assyria and stuff. That's true, but when you look at those artifacts that they found and some of the writings, I think it's Kahal in Iraq, it seems to point to that territory being Assyria, which includes Syria, Iraq, and parts of Iran. And guess what? That's the whole area that's involved. Even the part over there in Arabia by the tongue, that's all of the nations involved currently that we see when we read 2nd Ezra 15. And then as we see, apparently Asia is China, and China's going to get involved, and Russia's going to get involved, and everybody's going to get involved, and then they're coming over here,
Yakoba, I mentioned something yesterday on Karis's panel, and I want to bring it up to you because it's right up your alley. There's a movie you should watch with starring Tommy Lee Jones, and it's called Wander, Wander.
What it's about?
Roger just leaves you. Roger just leaves you at the watch Wander. Any questions? Roger just leaves you hanging. That's the dude that you never want to hear no jokes from. So what's the punchline? You figure it out.
I'm slow. You got to spell it out for me.
It's about the start of a dystopian society, and they, of course, experimenting in a very small Texas town. So if you try to go against the grain, there are consequences. but I think you would thoroughly enjoy it. It starts off very slow. It's almost a sleeper for the first 45 minutes.
Is
Oh,
that where the kid got caught in the hole?
No. No, it's not that one. I know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right.
It's the one where the cop goes crazy and loses his mind because he kind of starts to put together everything that happened to him, and him and Tommy Lee Jones are conspiracy theorists.
Mm-hmm.
And that movie is outstanding. Like I didn't think I would like it. I thought that I would just be like, meh. But no, it was masterfully put together, and everything is going so easy for him. You would think he's just that good at what he does. Like I said, you will like it. If you don't like it, I tell you what. If you legit don't like it, I will. What can I do?
Don't say something that you can't check.
Just cut me the check.
Exactly. Everybody will be on Rojo's TikTok channel, just leaving their cash app. Like, yo.
If it's not good, Rojo, you'll have to say good things about Gentiles for the rest of the month.
Exactly.
Nah, that's too much for Rojo.
No, that's too-
Oh my! What? All the Gentiles gone?
Everyone. You wouldn't be able to say
Rojo will
a
be
bad
like,
word about them.
well, in that lion video, the Gentile was a good scratching post.
No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start smelling a bunch of onions and act like I give a dang about what happened to these people. Just sniffing onions.
You know what? Let me ask you something, Jacoba. In light of this 2023, of everything that has transpired to this day, what is your take on? I'm talking about January 1st. Period. Period. What is your take, bro?
Woo!
Well, I don't know. I mean, they could drag a war out for a long time, but
I'm speaking of shit.
I'm gonna tell you, in my spirit, I've been crying out to the Most High to get us out of here because I see what's coming and it's moving fast.
Yeah.
And I like I've said before, I don't know how we get out of this unless the Most High come and get us soon. Because I mean, look what's happening in the States, right? I'm like, banks are collapsing and nobody's talking about it.
They had I think 2 or 3 banks collapse last week and nobody talked about.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And then you go to the store, you can't find your stuff that you used to get anymore, right? You got to wait for it to come. Hopefully, it come the following week, and things just changing. So I mean, it can happen anytime. I ain't gonna lie, it could happen Christmas now. In the movie Things to Come, the World War happened on Christmas. Right. So, I mean, it could happen this Christmas. Who knows? We don't know, but I don't think we have a lot of time. But that's just my feeling. Who knows? I mean,
well, myself, I don't know, bro. Well,
I know you feel it too, right,
man,
Mike? You know it's near. I know.
Yeah.
But you can't really say because we don't know.
Right. That's
Every
true.
time there was a way to explain purgatory, not that I believe that exists, but this feels like purgatory to me because I know my life is, I mean, it may sound crazy, but I feel like outside of like volunteering and like reading the word and trying to do what I need to do day to day, it feels like I'm in purgatory and my life is on hold until the Most High judges this place.
Well, look here. Let me go ahead and put something out there for all of y'all and everybody who can hear my voice. Don't be trying to get all depressed and thinking that it's okay to go ahead and do that tomorrow thing. I'm just saying, I'm not going to do it. In fact, I'm going to eat me some tacos and work a double shift tomorrow just to show how against it I am. But please
wait, what's tomorrow?
Huh? You know what tomorrow is?
The killings of plenty.
Oh, yeah, like a good old holiday.
That's exactly what
I'll dedicate
That's
tomorrow.
actually...
We'll have tomorrow.
That's when
the
you go further.
the tryptophan trials. How's that? The tryptophan trials. Come on in here and brush off that sleep from eating that turkey, and we'll be up on in there.
Itis itinerary.
No, hey, for all of the people that may be Latin or that may be from Texas, I'm going to be having a pupusa tomorrow, and that's an El Salvadorian flauta, I think. So I'm going to be eating some kind of Mexican food tomorrow. I'm not touching that. I can't even say that day. Yeah, y'all have at it if you want. No judgment.
You're not touching the turkey.
No, sirree. Nope. No, not even.
I can tell you one thing. I don't really eat meat like that no more. But if I was, I'd be eating that turkey.
You wouldn't?
Oh, I would. Look, if you cooking, I'm eating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like that lion saw that Gentile.
Just pray over it. Just pray over it. Just say, Father, you just give him praise for that meal, because you want to know why. There's a lot of folks that aren't making it right now. I mean, it's true.
To me, Thanksgiving ain't nothing but another day, right? I eat every day. I'll just eat on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I agree, Brother Jacoba.
Hey,
The historical connection with that, it's really better for us to be fasting, and just praying for, we don't make that.
I think you should do that, New Being Me. I think you should fast, yeah. But it's
so wicked.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really get into that day too much. We just just the history and that. But what the brother was saying, I think Rojo was saying, he's right on it. I think later on in the chapter 16, it says the calamities are happening and we got to prepare. I think it's like 37 and to 41, but it says something like, let him that sells be one who is like, be one who will flee. Let him that buys be one who will be like, who will lose. Let him that does business be one that be like, who will make not a profit. Let him that builds a house be like one who will not live in it. So basically, these calamities are coming. So you just gotta have to be like, okay, we just gotta be prepared for battle, as it says.
Let me tell you this then. When I was little, growing up in Arkansas, we was in the project. Man, it's 5 of us, and my mother's single mother, and we never celebrated none of the holidays. But but there was times my mother said, "Now y'all going to school today." So when the school had a particular holiday, she would not allow us to go to school because she knew they were celebrating that holiday. But man, it was plenty of times my mother sent us to school because we didn't have nothing to eat. Y'all go to school today, and that's what she sent us there for, just to eat, because we didn't have food. And so, hey, I don't think my conscience would bother me if you ain't got food.
I don't know. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You do what you got to do. Yes, I.
Yeah. And
just remember that this is not a holy day.
Oh no, that's not even a thought. I mean, truthfully, when I got up this morning, man, I don't know, my clock was so off. I thought the day was Friday. Seriously, I thought the day was Friday. I'm like, man, Carrie, what's wrong with him today? I mean, he running late. Today is Friday. And something just told me, sit down and think for a moment. I opened up my phone, look up at the calendar. I said, man, today is Wednesday. Oh, man.
You done lost a couple days, Marty McFly. You went back into the future.
Man, what are you talking about?
Hey, Michael, I just have one statement for you, brother. Yes. Whatever you drinking, you better share that. You better go ahead and start down here.
I try to, me myself now, I pretty much try to hold to my fast until at least 4 o'clock that evening, and then I eat and things of that nature. But that's pretty much what I do, and I just drink water throughout the day and things.
Well, the history? Does anybody know the history of the Thanksgiving? I think the indigenous people celebrate the harvest, right?
Truthfully, about that holiday, I don't think majority of us worry about. We know the origins of it, but as to
the real history,
the real history, I won't repeat on it.
It's actually a slaughter.
Yeah. Yeah, because it
Yeah.
was after indigenous, like a day of celebration, not celebration, but harvest time. We all farmers, and harvest comes in, even in Africa, you celebrate it. Now the Europeans, they slaughtered the indigenous people the day after their harvest festival or whatever, and then that's when they decided to celebrate that Thursday to thank God for them killing the savages. So still in our Father's time, it's that time for us to gather together, get the fruits, and enjoy that, to and share fruits, share different harvests, the fall harvest. But what they did was made it. They took this thing and just what I say, perverted it to such an extent. So let's give thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, brother Mike. I thought it just funny that you told yourself, Mike, sit down.
Hey, brother, it gets that way at times, man. I'm telling you, I mean, but we I get up and I check the news. I listen to the news a little bit, not that much, because some of the news, the local news, there's a lot of stuff they're not telling you. Then I got the feed on my YouTube and I check that stuff out and things and see what brothers and sisters are talking about. And that's how I go through throughout my day. And then after so long, then me and Karis, we gotta hop back online. We gotta work out some things and with the board and all that stuff with QTUA and
So I have
things
a
of that.
question. Any of y'all live in San Francisco?
Sister
No.
Nubia means the closest. That's what we were just
Yep.
talking
She's
about
supposed.
before we got on.
Because I heard that the homeless got rounded up. Is that true?
Yep. They ran all the homeless off the street for Chi P. Oh, and guess what else,
They
Jacoba?
cleaned
They
up
I
the
found.
street
think I,
too.
I,
They
I think
cleaned
that
it
was
up.
directed to Sister Nubia and me, Brother Rojo.
Oh,
Go
I'm
go ahead,
sorry.
Sister
Oh, no,
Nubia
I'm
and me.
4 hours. I am 4 hours away, but it was a buzz in California. We're far from that, but it was a buzz in the news and cleaning up the streets and just seeing. They cleaned it up. They got ready
All
for
right.
the big. They got ready for the boss to survey, Sodom.
But they say the homeless ain't come back.
Well,
Mm.
enough. We don't know. I wonder where they. Even the huge homeless population that boomed in California was actually Giuliani sent a bunch of. There's a documentary that Giuliani sent a bunch of homeless people from New York to California. This was like back in the 2000s. So what FEMA camp, like someone said, where they transported them to, who knows? But um, probably down in LA.
I
I,
believe
be,
it if it's
I
Giuliani. That guy's wicked.
I was gonna say that I believe that they put them in them FEMA camps and those coffin things. They probably put them in there for their and said, "Look, hey, you can have these as your beds."
All right,
You
but let me
know.
ask you something.
I,
What's the whole purpose
But
of them
you know
doing
what?
it? That's
I
what I'm
San
think,
saying.
Francisco
excuse
has
me.
buildings that are empty. So that's what still people do not understand, because there's all this homelessness in San Francisco, Oakland, and there are literally buildings sitting empty in these cities.
Mm. So, you know what? This is Sister LaShonda. Shalom, everyone. I believe that they are unalived. Where are they? Where did they disappear to? And buildings are still sitting empty. You don't see anything. We got to think about this.
So
Where
they
are
got the
they?
Soylent Green
They
treatment.
disappeared.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh. Uh,
That's just
Humans
gonna
in the
well,
meat.
this
Oh,
channel
yeah.
shut down. Thank you.
well,
I appreciate
remember,
it. This
Look,
channel
see,
Lasagna,
just
see,
shut down.
Psalms
Lasagna,
52. Psalms 52. Why boasteth thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of Yah endureth continually. Thy tongue deviseth mischief like a sharp razor, working deceitfully. Huh.
Lasagna.
Thou lovest evil more than good, and a lying tongue rather than to speak righteousness. You love all devouring words and deceitful tongue. Yah shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away, and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place, and root thee out of the land of the living. The
Mm,
righteous also shall see and fear and laugh at him. Rojo, since you like laughing at him.
I brought that out in
Love.
Proverbs. Remember the wisdom of the spirit of wisdom says she's laughing. So let's not
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
on Rojo,
But
because
then
Rojo is fulfilling
this
prophecy
also
right
says
there.
this. Right. But see, and the thing about it is, a lot of people, oh, we shouldn't laugh. But I'm not saying that you laugh at someone else's demise. No, it's just that if it's here in the word. We are looking and we're seeing what the hand of Yah is really truly doing. He's like moving strategically, like Brother Jacoby always said. He's a chess player.
Amen.
Exactly.
Isaac
I
means
love to
laughter.
say this.
Children
This is some of the rules,
Abraham,
but
Isaac, and
there were
We have
pictures.
it's too many
Isaac
people
was laughing.
talking over each other.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to thank the sister for bringing the scriptures, and even Isaac means laughter. So sometimes you just laugh because the joy that the Creator is just protecting us from these beasts.
No, I
Right.
just
And that's what I wanted to bring back up too. That those people that man that just got bitten, eaten up by the lion. This is what he says about that. Lo, this is a man that made not Yah his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches and strengthened himself in his wickedness. See, they're at the point, and this is why the animals are so uneasy, is because they have made the animals uneasy in their habitat. They have destroyed and went up in their habitat and
Exactly.
messed up their peace and killed them. And they've been doing this for centuries. So he thought that I'm like you said, that's my white supremacy. I'm
Exactly.
supreme
And
over
but
the
mounted their
animal.
heads.
And even
Mounted their
Lashonda,
heads on their wall.
I'll stop. But
We
my
got
last
everybody
point
talking
is I
over each
wanted
other.
to acknowledge one of the commenters said that even the kangaroos. I mean, I ain't seen so many kangaroos trying to go after these people. I'm like, oh my
hey, look,
God.
Joey's
what
been
did y'all see?
attacking some
Yes,
of these
sir,
people,
Rojo.
man.
Go ahead, Rojo.
No, now what did y'all see? I'm sorry.
We said, go
Oh
ahead,
God,
Rojo.
Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry. What
Rojo.
did
I'm listening.
y'all can't hear me? Hello?
You keep
Now we
kind of cutting
can.
out. You keep cutting
We
out.
Okay.
can hear
Oh,
you, Rojo.
Breathe,
oh,
Rojo. You
that's,
gotta breathe. You gotta breathe.
oh.
Take your
Calm
I
down.
will
time.
say
Calm
Take
down.
I will say Woosah, but I don't know what that means. But but now, what did we see when they brought us together with a rope and tree on those pictures? You saw a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
teeth. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I laugh at them. I mean, and now if the Most High send an angel or Hamashiach come and body slam me and slam my head into a wall and say, "Don't laugh at them," I'm gonna laugh at their calamity. You wanna laugh at our babies for sitting by banks of water for alligators, laugh at us being burnt and cut up, and you. I mean, just smiling. Like you just got married
But
to a
but we gotta
millionaire.
but we gotta be careful when we laugh at their
Right.
calamity, lest the Most High turn their calamity from
On
them
us.
to us.
Right.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
That's
When
my
I
yeah.
point.
laugh, it's
I
That
not
was my
because
yeah.
point.
I'm laughing. I laugh because I can't believe. It's
Yeah,
funny
It's
to
the
me because
audacity. It really is the audacity. Go
it
ahead.
it
is.
is, but
It's the art.
it's. I tell you what it is for me. I can't
It's the
believe
capacity. It's
when I
not
see
audacity.
the UA and all these other Christian folks that poor Yakoba, poor Dante, poor all of you lot had to sit up there and show your evidence, and it's like it's coming into fruition, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
I laugh because I can't believe it, and it's like still you try to deny it. So yes,
Right.
we're gonna laugh. We're not always laughing at ha ha
We're
ha, look
not
at you Gentiles. No, it's
right,
laughing
right.
like, wow, the Most High's word is sure.
It's
Like,
sure, and
listen,
this
we
is
laughed at
why.
our own calamities. If we can make, sorry, if we can laugh at our own calamities and they join in with us, we make the best comedians and they sit up there, pay big money to laugh at the stories that we tell, with the jokes that we tell about our misfortunes. But when
Mm-hmm.
you start saying a little something about them, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't do it. Shut your
Mm-hmm.
mouth and go
Mm-hmm.
sit down. That's all I'm gonna
Well,
say.
I'm going to say this. This is what I see in the scripture when he says, the righteous shall see and fear and laugh. Like, oh my God, like you all said, here it is. You have not the audacity, but the audacity, the audacity to sit here and be that bold and that silly that you're going to close your eyes and you're going to be that foolish. You understand what I'm saying? It's foolishness. You know, you have built yourself up to all, you know, like he's saying, you believing in all of your lies, you believing in all of, even though like you said, Jacoba and Dante, everyone is bringing the receipts. Here it is. Here is the word. It's true. It's right. It's holy. And you are going to ignore it. You have that much audacity, that much kahunas
No,
to
they're at the
you
keg
know,
fest.
ignore the creator, the one who created you,
And
gave
then
you even the mind that you have, and you're going to just you're going to slap him in his face and tell him he's wrong? Really? That's
but
what
they
the
are
laughter is about.
they
It's
are
not
drunk.
about the hurtness or the unaliving and all of that. It's not about that. It's the laughter is, you are a fool, truly. And we shall laugh at fools.
And sister, they are drunk. And remember, the Most High has given them that
Yes.
of delusion. And so we're looking at these fools. They're in the keg fest right now.
Yeah.
Well, they got to be foolish if you go sit there and go to war, and
That's
you know
that
for
keg
a
fest.
fact you only got 10 men, and
Right.
you know you got 10 men, and you going to fight people that got 500 men. I mean, and
10 men that don't want to put down the hamburgers, mind
right.
you.
The thing is, I'm looking at is that you're looking at two men who's used to power and who's used to coming off on top every time. They used to it. And so
Yeah.
now they like, hey, we need to they talking about this thing here with China. Oh, the United States, it's a go. They're going to war with China. Wait a minute, hold on. And then when they said China, now I'm thinking about, wait a minute, they over there, you know, over there with the Ish people, helping them with that war, and then yep, they're kicking dust with Iran. Now, I know math a little bit. A little bit now. How in Sam's Hill can you fight 3 wars? 3. And you claiming, oh, we need to do a draft.
Right.
We only got 76,000 men for war. 76. What you going to do? Divide the 76 up into threes, into, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
and it's like common sense.
I remember Brother Karras, he spoke on that way before this happened. You remember Brother Karras? It was an episode. I don't know. I don't remember. It was like it was maybe about 4 or 5 months ago. You spoke about this. You said, first of all, the United States do not want to go. It would be unwise for them to go to war, because what's going to happen is they're going to have to split. They don't have enough men to fight on all fronts of these different wars that's going on. You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They
Because
Absolutely.
don't even have the
I'm like,
equipment.
and here it is. Months later, they're doing exactly what was said. You had to have the insight of the Holy Ruach to see what has really taken place, to even speak upon this stuff. People are saying, oh, it's a prophet, it's a prophet. Yeah, you may be a prophet, but then again, you just have to have the Ruach and allow him to open your eyes and your ears to see in the spirit, to hear and know and have an understanding of look, to me, that's exciting. That is so exciting to be able to foresee and speak it and be bold enough to speak what Yah has given you, and it comes to fruition right
I
before
think
your
that
eyes.
Sister,
now,
you know
Karasi,
what's amazing is I remember when I first heard all these brothers get together, sometime it was like 3 years ago, and I was in Texas do you remember that? That was so powerful. And when I listened now, I'm like, wow, because I was at a conference in Texas. Texas is hard. Texas is a tough place. Yeah, Texas and Louisiana is connected, but yes, just the insight from all the brothers and the iron sharpening
That's
iron,
a blessing.
being in the field,
I just gotta
being
ask you,
here.
Cobra.
Thank the Most High. Thank the Holy Spirit right now. The Ruach HaKodesh. Thank you, Yeshua.
Yeah.
I just gotta ask you, Cobra. Have you talked to B Boy yet?
Who?
B Boy.
Who's B-boy? I told you I'm slow. I told you I don't pick up jokes quick.
Cobra is all business.
He's
Now
playing.
stop playing
business.
around.
Playing.
What's trying to get started here on this channel? What are you trying to start here on this channel?
No, but really, I was wondering if he's weighed in on anything that's going on with this.
Who?
You gotta explain to me, Rojo.
Right, break it down. You losing everybody, Rojo.
Do you see what I deal with? Do y'all see what I deal with when I bring up Rojo?
No,
So, man, it's on your be on your head. You the one bring him up, bro. You the one bring him up.
Rojo, breathe. Just get everything
Count to
collected.
10.
Okay. No, have you heard from Berean?
Berean.
Oh,
I don't
my
have nothing to
goodness.
do with that joker.
Oh,
You see how Rojo just messy.
why?
Why you bringing that?
Come on, man.
Why?
They back in
Just
DC.
why? Why you bring him up?
They in the BC.
He's not. He's not. You know what? You ain't on nobody's little mind.
Rojo, you know what Rojo want? Rojo want to provoke Berean so he cuss me out and talk about, vagina and all that kind of stuff like he was
Oh my
doing.
goodness.
Rojo's trying to provoke you. What are you talking about?
I still have the recording of Berean going off like that. He took it down. He think I don't have it. I'm gonna bring it out one day. Watch.
You see how Rojo tries? You see how he tried? Look, Rojo was one of those kids in school trying to get people to fight.
We call that an instigator in New York. We call that an instigator.
Rojo is the proverbial chimney, always brings smoke. The proverbial
Yeah, the
chimney, always brings
instigator.
smoke.
Yeah, Rojo is the agitator.
Yeah. Rojo, that one standing on the side. You gonna let them say that about you?
Yeah. You're in trouble. You're in trouble, and Rojo gone home laughing.
You heard how he said thank you to you?
I'm so extra. Somebody walk by peacefully. Hey, Jacoby, you can have a piece of cotton in your hair, man. And I'll be that type of brother. Oh, you heard that? You see, you got trash in your hair, man. You gonna stand there and take that? Oh,
we know.
Then I'm fighting by myself for like half of the day.
Rojo done ran and told the teacher or the principal. They out there fighting.
Hey, Cole, but let me ask you something. You remember your kids and people used to put a stick on your shoulder, and then people like, I dare you to knock it off.
Yes, I remember that.
That's when you had rules to fight, and then they decided ain't no more rules.
Cross this line if you want to. Oh man,
right.
They didn't cross my line because they knew what was gonna happen.
Oh yeah, they was gonna get a beat down.
But I'll tell you one thing about these brothers and sisters that
he's not putting any names in his mouth.
That's interesting though. That was good. And I wanted to ask the sister.
Hold on for a moment, sister. Hold on for a moment.
We got folks
over. The thing about it is, I learned is that when you have I've seen some jealousy out there on certain channels, and I started to notice when it comes to particular channels, they always call in a particular channel out on some of their teachings and things. And it's not healthy, period. If you're going to teach, teach. Teach and teach and teach. Now there are some people out there who do teach and call out other people, but they do not call them out by name. They just say, hey, we heard this teaching that was out there, and they come, this is what the scripture say, this is what the research we found on the research, and you go with that. but I've seen a lot of jealousy because some people can speak about other individuals, but the individual is correct.
I need names, Mike. I need names.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Now who's being the
yeah,
agitator?
yeah,
Wait a
exactly.
minute. Hold on. Can I say this?
Jacoba's gonna
May,
be
may I please say this?
Jacoba's about to do a Candyman 2.0.
Uh,
I mean, but
can I
there's
say this?
sometimes
This
Yeah,
is
there's
the
sometimes
thing.
where
roast rub off on me.
you know what, but one thing I will say this. There are
Hallelujah.
times where some individual or individual needs to be called out. Just like what I
But
would say TCA. He needed to be called out because it did affect the Hebrew Israelite community. It did. It was across the board. And that needed to be called out. Now let's not get it twisted that, and we let things just flow on by and things of that nature. No, but when it
right.
starts to affect the community
Mm-hmm.
reacts, because it wasn't just Yacoba who called him out. Because truthfully, me and Yacoba was on the week. I mean, like a couple of days before, and we was both saying, "No, that's not him," because we just could not fathom that
Mm-hmm.
was him.
I
Well,
said
this
the
is what I
same
wanted
thing
to
as
say. Can I
well.
say this? This is what I want to say. We must, first of all, everything has to be done in decency and in order. Our Yah is an orderly Yah. He commands and he wants us to be orderly. First of all, it's not good for to jump on people right away. It's not good that we show other people that I'm gonna get down on this person because they ain't right, they ain't saying this right, and they not teaching this right. Be careful about correcting Yah's people or Yah's ministers, pastors, teachers. Be careful about that. Number
Very.
two, open rebuke is better than secret love. When you have been when Yah has set us, like say for instance, the heads, the leaders, those who are feeding us, you do that stuff behind closed doors. But then if these people or these ministers or teachers and these people who are feeding people the wrong thing, yes, now it's time to openly rebuke them. For the simple reason is you are leading people in the wrong direction now. And
Yes.
you have to be led by the Holy Ruach HaKodesh in discipline and correction. It's nothing wrong with correction. We have to have teachable spirits. And when you're not teachable, then now it's time to show everyone, hey, Sean, we in some of our culture, in our culture back, when we were on the continent, we shunned those who had bad spirits and trying to lead other people in the wrong direction. God, y'all said shun them, get away from them.
True.
Yeah. So now it's time to openly rebuke these people and say, hey, stay away from this one because they leading you to the wrong and they got the wrong spirit behind them.
I mean,
So
but I was
yeah,
also, I know
but
what
it
you're
takes
saying.
time. Yeah, and this
Yeah,
takes
that's true
time
too. But I was
because
looking
it's
at
all
more
done
so
in
the
love.
jealousy. I was looking more so on the
Yeah,
jealousy of it
on the
and
jealousy.
the
And
jealousy
that's
side.
part of it.
Yeah. And so I
Yeah,
mean
you
that's
shun jealousy. Those are not fruits of the spirit. That jealous spirit, that backbiting and all of that. Yeah, we got to be very careful. Talking about each other and oh, we like remember that scene in Boys in the Hood when they had Cuba Gooding Jr. and his co-star, I forgot his name, but the black police officer
yeah,
that was rebuking those boys in front of the white man. You
yeah.
know that type of thing we have to be careful about, and it's very unattractive. It's not good, and it leaves a bad taste in I'm sure many people's mouths, including mine. It turns my stomach. But I wanted to ask you, Brother Yacoba, about. I think I heard a teaching you had about us putting when we get back to the continent, we're putting people in order. This is the authority that Yah has given us. That things that is out of order, it's going to be back into order. It has to be because we have to be that example to the earth and to the world. You know. I just wanted to, just bring that up, and that blessed me.
Shalom, sister. Thank you. I agree. Hello, everyone.
Yeah,
Shalom, everyone.
yeah. Go ahead, Sister K, and then we'll move on to Yakoba. Go ahead, Sister K.
Shalom, everyone. Minister Jacob, why don't I ever catch your live? Why?
Because YouTube don't like me and they don't send out my notifications and they unsubscribe people from my channel.
They sure don't. They sure don't. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because every single time, by the time I log on, I'm like, oh wait, Minister Jacob is gonna be on. Boom, you're done. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm done. I'm done with YouTube. I need
Yeah,
to try
blocked
YouTube.
me until I checked it again, and I was completely off of you, like completely. I resubscribed back too. You can check your history, but I thought you kicked me off your channel, man.
Nah, they unsubscribe people all the time, and people be like, they I had my my Yakoba account, right? They unsubscribe my Yakoba account from my Tail channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I experienced this thing, and I got other people tell me the same thing. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I can't do nothing about it.
Oh.
No, you're not the only one, you Cobra. It happens with Karis too. Karis didn't kick me off the channel a few times, and I had to go back and resubscribe, hit the yellow.
But the problem was that was actually intentional. No, I'm just
I was going to say that. You beat me to it. How dare you beat me to it? That's my job to say things like that. Come on now.
I kind of do. I saw that one coming. That's why my butt was hurting so bad. Yeah, Karis's boot went right up against the right and left cheek.
We're gonna be messy. We're gonna keep it messy. Look. You want to do this Thanksgiving food fight? We're gonna do this Thanksgiving. I done threw dressing and the gravy on you. Now
Hey, Yakoba, was he going to do the that what you did last year with the prayer? The last, what was it, December of last year?
December 31st.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't led to do it. Maybe Karis would do it. I haven't been led to do it this year, be honest.
Okay.
I'll get with the prayer team with Quest 2 Night Africa and see how we're gonna spearhead this.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
All my prayer team that's on out there. Y'all just got tasked with something to do. Hallelujah.
We got you. We got you. We got you. We got you. We got you all.
It's not prophecy. I think we will be up out of here at 24. I'm serious. That's just me.
I'm gonna tell you.
I think it's gonna be around.
I'm gonna hear Sister K because
I'm sorry. Brother. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak on that because I feel like I was led here to bring good news for y'all today. I'm gonna tell you something. The Most High is definitely clearing up some real for y'all for in the northern part, because I'm from Minister Jacob, no, I'm from Nigeria, so he's clearing up the real for you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It is. Thanks to I feel like I'm going to be one of the people probably welcoming you guys back when you come back. I really have the feeling I'm being taxed with that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But
Hebrew sister. Yes, I am.
Are you in Nigeria now?
I'm the Most High is leading me to go, but the devil doesn't want me to.
Now, is he leading?
He canceled that assignment. We need you on. We need you there, sister.
Yeah, he needs me to go. He's trying to get me to go. He's been telling me go. But then I'm like, okay, I'm going. But then the devil's like, no, you're not going. I'm gonna tell you why. He's been trying to keep my kid's passport. He will not let my kid have his passport. The devil said he doesn't want me to go. I've been fighting with it since for a while now. But yeah, but I will be one of the people welcoming you back home. I know that for a fact. Yes, tax me. I can tell. I know.
Now, are you going to Nigeria or are you going to a different part?
I'm going to be in Nigeria. I'm not going to a different. I've been taxed to go back exactly. I've been begging Father, let me go to South Africa. I said, nope, go back home.
Okay. Hallelujah.
Wait, I think Quest to Unite Africa has some partners in Nigeria.
I'll be one of them too. So I'm excited. I don't know what the Most I have planned. All plans and all blessings to him. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'm so
Um,
excited. And I know it's cleaning up the ways and it's cleaning up the road. It's going to clean that place up real good because I'm already
mm,
seeing it in real life. Because I was wondering, I'm like, why is this all this people trying to bring in? They're trying to bring in the foreign things of Babylon into the land of the Most High. And I laughed. I said, the way the Most High going to deal with y'all don't even know yet. And
mm,
I see
What
it
did
so
they have?
clearly.
What were the
That's
French trying to do? The French, I think French and the U.S. were trying to unload like different weapons and tanks and
Mm.
things of that nature.
Yes, yes, they are. And I laugh because you gotta remember who the Nutting tribe are. You gotta remember who they are. You gotta remember how they
mhm,
are. The most I describe who they are, how they are in the Bible. Trust and believe
mhm,
me, they're gonna turn in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. And I'm just laughing
and
because they're using a lot of them too to be politicians here. And I said the most I know what he's doing when he's using them. Because they know.
mhm,
And they remember. We remember.
And
mhm,
it's
I'm a
interesting, sister, that you said that because in Esdras, in that chapter that they're reading, it says something about, and you shall be broken down by them like stubble,
mhm,
the children of the Most High, and they shall be like fire to you, and they shall devour you and your cities, your land, and your mountains. They shall burn with fire all your forests and your
mhm.
fruitful trees, and they will carry your children away captive and shall plunder your wealth and abolish the glory of your continents. Now,
Yep.
interesting enough, I almost see it almost like, how, some people are coming and they think they're going to do the neo colonialism in Africa. But
Mhm.
we Africans, like, almost see it as we will culturally take over their thing, culturally, like tear down those walls. Just, I mean, you see how we, even TikTok has culturally affected all the world. Everybody want to do some African on piano. Everybody want to do on piano now. Do you know what I'm saying? So even metaphorically and physically and spiritually, psychologically,
Yeah.
emotionally, through Yah
Yeah.
is breaking down and using us.
mhm,
Yeah.
And we make the culture, we make the world go round. So we will continue as Africans
Yeah.
globally to make the world go round.
Yeah. That is true. And I
mhm,
was praying to the most. I said, what's gonna happen? Like, why are your children is they're not sleeping. They are very awake. They know what they're doing. They know, especially they know what they're doing in the Northern tribe. And I'm telling you, some children of Judah is there too. So they definitely have an idea of what they're doing. And by the time they think, oh, they sleeping, they don't know what's going on. We're gonna keep sending stuff, gonna keep doing this. That's exactly when the Most High is gonna wake them up. Because
mm,
that's
Around.
exactly I was just begging Father. I said, why? What's going on? I said, Father, don't worry. Like that's he's gonna wake them up, but not yet. Do you notice that they're the last one? Do y'all notice where everyone is rising, 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 but they're not saying nothing. Everyone notice that?
mm,
You
Yep.
notice that? He's not
Mm-hmm.
saying nothing. They all coming to him, begging him to say, he's not gonna say nothing. The spirit of
mhm.
wisdom that the most I've given to them, and the spirit of trickish, I
Hey,
would say. That
Sister, can I
trickish
ask you a question
spirit,
regarding Nigeria?
yeah.
And
Uh,
and
it- I mean, I know you don't have boots on the ground out there, but have you heard that of them possibly joining up with Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso?
Yeah, like I said, watch how it's gonna happen. They're not gonna speak. They don't speak. They don't speak.
the Congo are warriors.
Yes.
They don't speak. There's the memory of Congo is so
Yeah.
strong that's what drove Haiti for the revolution. The Congo spirit,
Yeah.
that northern, what she's talking about in that region, they
Yeah.
don't play.
They don't play. They know what they're doing. And I know I'm gonna be probably one of the people to ignite it, but they know what they're doing. They'll be quiet. They'll be but when I pray to the Father, I said, why are my people still sleeping? Because I have a husband. He's from a royal house. I will ensure he's from the Jebusites, okay? And I'm like, babe, why you? He knows. He sit down there and he look at me and he said, I know, babe, don't worry. Just watch. So I'm watching. I'm waiting patiently, like, what are my people? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? But the most I just be quiet and watch. And watch. Because
And
they use
sister,
they're putting all of them in political seat, they're putting all of them in high places, and I'm like, ooh, like the most I has planned. And whatever plan it is, I look forward to it. And I know I'm going to be one of the people when you guys come home, I'll probably be seeing a lot of faces too. So I'm excited about that. And I know that the Most High will bless all of us and free all
Hallelujah.
of us at once because we are all warriors, not just
And it's
most.
so interesting, sister. You remind me that a lot of our family have been waiting for us and waiting for us here to wake up to our inheritance, to who we are. It just like the scripture says, it just you talking right now, it's just like that remembrance for us to remember that there are brothers and sisters who have always known who they are. They just kept it under wraps because they knew the game. They know what's up. And they are, like you said, from the different houses, like all 12 tribes are awaiting. Thank you, sister.
All right, thank you, everybody. Sorry, everybody. I'm gonna have to wrap this on up. Mike and I actually have a meeting this morning that we have to get to, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
give
know, she just
everyone.
tried to
I'm gonna,
call me. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
I'm gonna give everybody 30 seconds to say their goodbyes. If you take over 30 seconds, I'm sorry. I'm gonna literally just have to cut you to the back, but I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm giving you that courtesy to take 30 seconds to say goodbyes. We're gonna open this up, and I'm feeling Garth's turkey Thanksgiving throwdown. Oh yeah, we coming
Oh boy.
tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
Rojo.
I'm gonna drop on off, Karis, but shalom to the family and be safe out there, brothers and sisters. I'm gonna hop on to the other meeting.
All right, thanks, brother Mike. See you soon.
Okay, let me go ahead and I'll make mine very quick. First off, shalom. I enjoyed the panel. And Jacob, what's the name of that movie that you mentioned? And if you have the name of it, is it on Netflix or what can I catch that on?
I didn't mention the movie, you did.
No,
All right, goodbye, Rojo. Man,
Man,
no, the movie about the war happening on Christmas Day.
Oh, things to come.
Yeah,
Things-
it's an old movie. It's like in the 1930s. Orson Welles.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna drop on that. Shalom, everybody.
Can I say bye? I'm gonna say bye to everyone because I'm actually on the road right now. I'm on road now, man. So
She's got to make those
as usual,
deliveries. She's got to make those deliveries. She's
yeah, picking
on
up
the
my
road.
children from one spot to another.
Oh,
So
is that what the code word now? Is that what they call it? No, I'm just messing with
yeah, man, yeah. But yeah, as usual, it's always good to be amongst family. Yakoba, it's good to hear you, and I hope you're doing well and everything. So, yeah, love you all, family.
And Sister Chantel, message me and let me know about what's happening with them CBDCs and all that over there in Europe. I've been hearing about.
you. Yeah, she dropped. She dropped. I'll send.
Cheerio.
Yeah, I'll copy you on an email to her. Who's
okay,
next?
can I go next?
Yeah, go ahead,
This
Sister
is
Chum.
Sister Latondra. I just want to speak peace, blessings, life, and health and strength to our family. We love you and stay strong. Our our next move is going to be going home. Hallelujah.
All right.
Hallelujah. And I'll just say, come after. Thank you, Sister LaShonda. Thank you, all the sisters that came in. Thank you, family. Thank you, this our Abba and our kinsman redeemer for this time. Be in shalom,
All
family.
right. Thank you, Sister New being me.
Can I go? I'm sorry. Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy knowing this community, and I look forward to seeing everyone soon. And we are kumbaya and kumbaya very soon, okay? And praise the Most High together. Have a good one, fam.
All right. Thank you, Sister K. Appreciate it.
All right, I'll go next. I'll say like Brother Mike said, keep your head on a swivel. Peace and blessings, Israel. Your captivity is ending. Peace out.
All right. Thank you, Brother Yakoba. Brother Garth.
All right, finally, okay, guys, you guys hogged the mic. I mean, geez, now I'm about to go in and say what I wanted to actually say. God, geez, you guys have no, I'm just joking. Everyone, shalom. Keep your head on the swivel, like Brother Yakoba just said, because I'm not original. I can't think of anything right now. And literally, I just keep praying for everyone. I know, I'm not gonna lie. There's been times when I've been down. I feel like I'm just like rotting away in this captive prison with all these crazy people. But I have hope that soon our redemption will draw nigh. I mean, things are gonna get worse, and I've prepared myself. It's even crazy. I wanted to say, like, I had a whole, like, well, not shouting match. It just got really heated with my family about this whole thing. But once you said, if they don't want to see, they don't want to see, or the Most High has shut their eyes, so be it. I pray for them, and I know I'm not the only one dealing with that. But you know, I really do want the Most High's will, because that's the only thing that will give me peace in life, or that's what I'm here for. And honestly, that's the only reason why I get up every day, hoping that we get out of this place. Because what am I doing in this place, working in this dead economy around dead people? And it's just like everything here is just dead.
Zombies. You're working around the zombies. That's what this
Exactly.
is.
Right?
What this is.
Zombies. Right? It's
Yep.
like I'm in the Truman Show. I'm not even joking. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. That's right. But we actually have a meeting, Garth, because
Oh yeah,
you're
I was
actually part
joking.
of
I'm not
that.
gonna take that
You're
long.
actually part
Okay.
of that conversation in the meeting, believe it or not. So, um, so
Well,
yeah.
that's that.
So it's a good thing. No, it's not a bad thing. It's
Okay,
a good
okay,
thing.
okay,
So
okay.
yeah. So that's part of the discussion. So we'll be reaching on out to you pretty soon. All right.
All right.
Well, thank you, brother Garth, and keep your head on up there. That's all. That's for all of our people. That's for all of Israel. Keep your head up. This is, it says in the midst of this, the Most High keeps us. That's Second Ezra 15. Get your copy of the Apocrypha. Understand it. Read it. I was gonna read Habakkuk chapter 2. Cause why? Cause we're in a nation that's doing what? That's heaping up the people like thick clay. Just a abbreviation of that. Habakkuk chapter 2. Doesn't mean that we need to be scared. Doesn't mean that we need to be apprehensive. We just need to be wise. We need to deal wisely with each other. Pray for each other. Talk to each other. Reach on out. Encourage one another. This is a time that we have to be in extreme encouragement. Even if you can't even encourage yourself, encourage. Hallelujah. We're gonna be coming back. I'm gonna get that posted so folks can especially on the East. I don't think the continent celebrates Thanksgiving. Maybe folks in the UK do, but if you're eating your turkey, you got that tryptophan on out your system. Come on in, and we're gonna have that turkey Thanksgiving throwdown begin. Hallelujah. So with that said, family, most high willing, I'll be back on tomorrow. And we're going to do this discussion thing all this week. Jump on in. Don't be scared. So with that said, family, shalom, salama, siemi, shalom, peace and blessings, Yasharel. And also, please continue to support our channels, continue to support Teo Ministries, continue to support Dry Bones, Quest Unite Africa. Family, your support goes a long way in this time. Because trust and believe our word is getting out to these other nations. And it's not our word, it's the Most High's. But it's the support. It really is. You just heard Jacoba. It's the support that you give us that encourages us. It truly does. And I thank you for those that have continued to support the mission of Quest Unite Africa, the Dry Bones Project, Tail Ministries channel, Sister Shonda's, Sister E's. The list goes on and on and on. I truly thank you all. Because I know it's the Most High that puts it on the hearts of his children. So that's all I do. And I enjoy doing it, even though things may get messy. Hallelujah. So with that said, family, shalom, salama, siemi, shalom. Peace and blessings. Yasharel.
Tuna wageni watatu wa Mheshimiwa Sebastian Kapufi mbunge ambao ni wadau wa maendeleo kutoka Marekani. wadau wa maendeleo kutoka Marekani. Karibuni sana.